set accountability on the staff of Channel 13 for making selections. I think that it's a root problem. I think we may as well state it quite clearly that certain films, certain information, if viewed by a larger public, a wider public, informs the imagination of that public and can lead to an attempt to bring about change in some area.
The stairs are mentioned, of course, in the Zasulik story about the stairs she couldn't understand, and the stairs, of course, can stand for authority or hierarchy, aspiration. I mean, almost I chose objects and activities. Almost whatever you would associate could be applied in some way. So, I mean, it wasn't. I kept it deliberately murky so that. You know, you wouldn't be so obliged to focus on it and try and figure it out.
Was anyone there interested in, like, in your films or the kinds of films that we make, you know?
No, it was a totally different breed of people.
Right, but there wasn't one single person who was curious about another way of doing things?
No, absolutely not. No, because there wasn't that much conversation between the people on the set and, you know, the people who were just, you know, lowly extras or day players or anything. I mean, they didn't try to infiltrate you to know your mind or look for new talents, because when they saw you, they formed an assumption and placed you in a category, and that was about it.
What category did they place you in?
Something blonde.
Well, 10-watt UHF could run it. I think the figures are somewhere around $3,000. Well, let's say 5 to be safe. Let's say 5. I would say a hard. Now, the transmitters, again, probably would go about $3,000 to $5,000. UHF is more expensive because then you're getting into what's basically translator equipment, very professionally made stuff. Yeah, that's about it, and then another 1,000 or 2 for a recorder and a camera and a microphone and whatever else.
It is really inexpensive.
Yeah, and UHF is more expensive than VHF. VHF system you could set up for $2,000.
That peril is popularly called deregulation, a buzzword now promoted by the White House, Congress, regulatory agents, even the courts. In this year of nominations and elections, it has become a slogan to secure support and campaign contributions from business.
One is the contract for Knickerbocker, proposed contract. Another is a proposal for a new RFP that would be issued for the Borough of Queens.
The proposed new RFP has major and critical omissions. There is no directive to the Bureau of Franchises or to the cable industry to take care of the poor, the disadvantaged, the homebound, the sick, the minorities who have to be served by cable to make cable come to reality in the city. There is no plan for the use of telecommunications for the development of business services in this city, without which this city will go down the tube. Third, there is no direct specific recommendation on pay per program or pay per specific unit of content, without which the performing arts, the extension education, and other services which can only be offered and marketed by this technique. There are no guarantees of access to independent producers of programs, content, business services, which are an essential part of two-way development.
I want a record with you. I want a record oil vinyl with you tonight.
What you doing?
I'm fishing here.
Fishing what?
You don't have to go all the way uptown for good fishing.
You have to do what?
You don't have to go all the way uptown for good fishing.
Why not?
It's great here.
Fishing for what, though?
Is there a big difference between you creating, let's say, in Germany or creating in the United States, given the fact that the United States have these megalomaniac cities, which are so much bigger than anything that is in Europe? Does that affect your work in any sense?
I haven't been able to build here. This is really the first year and a half, first 2 years I've really been able to start to build here. I've built most of my work in the past 12 years in where I could build it. You know, you go where you can build your work, and I've built it in Japan, Italy, Canada, Holland, Germany, Italy, France, where I could build it. And I really haven't had that many opportunities to build large-scale work here at all. I think probably because when I first started out, there was an accident and a person got killed and a lot of bad repercussions.
Satellite television is it's not like what we normally see. What we normally see is called AM television, modulated, amplitude modulated. On the satellite it's different. It's a very wide bandwidth, plus and minus 15 megahertz FM television. So my receiver takes the signal, converts it down to a fairly low frequency, takes the FM television, makes regular television out of it for a TV set.